I am losing infinity cookies per second in hardcore cookie clicker, but I promised to get 1 decillion cookies because the creator of the game said it was impossible. So I wiped my save and started again. Like usual, clicking gives me cookies that I spend on buildings which generate cookies every second, but once I baked 1,000, the decay began. Decay reduces my cookies gained by this percentage, which increases over time, but I can halt the decay by clicking the cookie. So if I just keep clicking, it won't decay. But I need to buy more upgrades in buildings, so I have to quickly go between buying and clicking. The decay is growing, but then a reindeer spawned. Clicking it gives me cookies and purifies the decay. I now get 20% more cookies. When I got 100,000 cookies, the wrinklers started spawning. And I was so busy reading what they do that I didn't realize a wrath cookie spawned. If I click this, I would get 200% purity. Too bad it only lasts half a second. Then the game punished me for missing the wrath cookie by halving my cookie production. And 12% decay. At least I finished reading what the wrinklers do. They spawn and slowly fly towards my big cookie. If they reach it, they will eat my cookies and very bad things will happen. If I click them around 30 times, they die. When they die, they drop their soul. I can then drag their soul into the cookie, stopping the decay for a second. Sacrificing souls isn't even the most immoral thing I've done for cookies. I'm now at 50% decay. Then finally, another wrath cookie spawned and I clicked it, giving me 200% purity. It's beautiful. Then I saw an upgrade that makes golden and wrath cookies spawn faster, but taking the 3 seconds to read that upgrade meant I wasn't clicking the cookie, so I'm back to 50% decay. Oh wait, there's a reindeer. It gave me about 10%. I was recording my voice at the time. I'm dead. I went to 99% decay, and the wrinklers are eating the cookie. Very bad things are about to happen. They eat it for a few seconds, then explode, stealing millions of my cookies. And when they die, I get a debuff that makes the decay grow 50% faster. I thought I would lose at 99% decay, but I have 1/10 vigintillion decay. I have 0 cookies right now. They've eaten all of them. To be fair, no one ever actually eats the cookies in regular cookie clicker. Maybe this is for the best. But I want to prove Cursed Silver wrong and get a decillion cookies. I have one hope. The legacy button lets me ascend to a new reality and start again fresh, and by earning the millions cookies I had before, I get 1 ascension point to buy an upgrade. Let's go! Oh, in Kaizo cookie clicker, you need a minimum of 400 ascension points to ascend. This game is actually called Kaizo cookie clicker, named after a Mario mod that turned the game from this into this. So that's the level of difficulty here. And then the creator of the game messaged me. If you are still struggling to get a decillion in a week, I'll make the game even harder. So I set a timer for a week. There's only one option. I have to wipe my save and start again. I need a new plan. My main issue is the wrinklers get stronger the longer the game goes on. I need to get 400 ascension points before they're too powerful. And ascension points are based on how many cookies I've baked. Then the game told me something that would revolutionize my life. Try scrolling while hovering over the big cookie or a wrinkler. What? What? In Kaizo, you can click by using the scroll wheel. That is so much faster than actually click. I can get cookies faster and kill the wrinklers faster. Now, I can win. This time, I got the first Wrath Cookie. The next Wrath Cookie gave me Elder Frenzy. It gives 666 times more cookies for 6 seconds. This is not a bad sign. 666 does not mean everything's about to go wrong. Everything's fine. The buff got me 3 billion cookies. I bought a ton of upgrades and a rocket ship to escape if something bad happens, which it won't. The scroll click is all I need to win. I have 4 ascension points. And then, I discovered something. I can pause the game. I can't buy things while paused, but I can take a second to rest my fingers. Then a shiny wrinkler spawned. They have double the health of regular wrinklers and drop a shiny soul when they die. Shiny souls can be used for being really goddamn hard to click, so I don't know what they do yet. And now the wrinklers are getting very close to the cookie. I got to 99% again. They're eating the cookies! I have 1 cookie. Only 999 nonillion left to my goal. I tried selling all of my buildings and thought maybe that would get rid of the wrinklers. And I have good and bad news. The good news is I have infinity cookies right now. The bad news is I am losing infinity cookies every second, and this infinity is actually negative infinity. I have negative infinity cookies. Attempt 3. I am determined to win this time. I don't have a better strategy than before. I am not faster at clicking, and I don't know what shiny wrinklers do, but I do have blind confidence. As soon as the decay started, I kept clicking, and it held at 0%. And I am pausing the game, moving my mouse to the upgrade, unpausing, buying, repausing, going back to the cookie, unpausing, and clicking. 0 time wasted. Now the wrinklers. What if I go between clicking the cookie and popping the wrinklers? Scroll cookie, wrinkler, cookie, upgrade, cookie, wrinkler, kill it, use the soul, and I'm still on 0%. Okay! So if I scroll back and forth between the cookie and the wrinkler, I can keep decay at 0%. I now have a strategy. I made it to 10 million cookies, but the game gave me a new message, and I realized something big. I can pause the game while I read. Clicking fatigue. As you click more and more, the magical power that resides within the act of clicking the big cookie needs to recharge. Basically, clicking the cookie no longer stops decay, ruining my only strategy. I was recording my voice at the time. Fucking click fatigue, what do you want me to do? Luckily, it only lasts 30 seconds. It was at 16% when the fatigue ended. You'll notice I still have the default name. I haven't changed it to Dragoon's Bakery because I can't afford the 2 seconds it would take to change it. I steadily gained cookies, and by reading all the other notes closely while paused, I found something interesting. The health of the wrinklers does increase over time, but the speed at which the wrinklers travel to the cookie is based on the amount of decay I have. So if I keep above 0% decay, the wrinklers will always be slow. A shiny wrinkler spawned. I managed to catch its soul this time. I threw it into the cookie, and it spawned a golden cookie that gave me 700 million more cookies, and unlocked an orb. So, it seems that shiny souls have a chance of spawning golden cookies that give me more cookies based on my CPS, with a maximum of twice my current cookies. So each shiny soul can double my current cookies. And now I have this orb that can store wrinkler souls. If I use 4 shiny souls at once, I could double my cookie count 4 times in a row. But I forgot to do that because I was focused on buying a baby Santa. Well, it starts as a test tube. Over time, I will evolve him into a child. I just bought a child for cookies. That might be the most immoral thing, but I'm an hour in now and the wrinklers are getting close. I'm madly scrolling between the cookie and the wrinklers. If a single one reaches the cookie, the debuffs will ruin me into negative infinity cookies. To cut a long story short, I played for 2 hours, got 1 trillion cookies, 44 ascension points, then I accidentally missed a wrath cookie and went down to 90% decay. That's really my bad for making one mistake in the last 2 hours. I can't come back from this. It's time for my favorite button, wipe save. But this time, I'm taking it seriously. I got a Guitar Hero guitar to click faster. It didn't help. This doesn't work well. As long as I use shiny souls correctly this time, I should get 400 ascension points before the wrinklers get too strong, which will make me strong enough to get a decillion cookies. 39 minutes in, I had my first opportunity. I used the shiny souls and each golden cookie gave me more than the last one, giving me 20 times more cookies than I started with. Then I spent all my cookies on upgrades. That was a bad idea. I should have kept most of my cookies so I can get 20 times of that. I now have to do that all over again. It's a good thing I'm chemically addicted to clicking. I did it a few more times and got to 6 trillion. And the game gave me clicker fatigue, although it's lasting a very long time. Way longer than 30 seconds. I'm probably just going crazy. Side note, I paused and checked my footage, and this clicking fatigue lasted 1 minute and 27 seconds. It says by default it lasts 30 seconds. What's non-default? When the game just wants to see me suffer? Side note 2. Nope, I'm just dumb. It literally says how many seconds the fatigue lasts. Over time, the cookie gets darker, and when it's darkest, the fatigue happens. Here, the cookie was 1 click away from starting fatigue, so I just wasn't clicking it. Anyway, I pushed through, and using shiny souls, I now have a quadrillion cookies and over 100 ascension points. And then the fatigue started again. I am screwed. Unless I call upon those who have wronged me. I need the grandmother's help. Bera, save me! In Kaizo, instead of the Grandma Apocalypse, the Grandma's research facility actually finds ways to help me, and they've discovered Elder Pledge, which increases purity for 30 seconds. I could not have survived without that. Maybe I should forgive them, but by now there are too many wrinklers around the cookie. There's literally no way I can pop them all before they eat my cookies. But I don't have to. I just need 1 more shiny combo to get 400 ascension points, but I only have 2 souls. I timed it with a frenzy, so they give the max amount. It's enough. I finally have 400 ascension points. I can save my game. I don't have to wipe my save anymore. And from here on out, the game gets way harder. At least that only took a day. I have 6 more before it gets more difficult. Using the ascension points, I unlocked power clicks, a dragon, and 400% more CPS. I'm on my way to a decillion cookies. I finally had time to change my bakery's name. This is my power meter. Getting Wrinkler Souls powers it up, and I can later unleash power clicks that damage all Wrinklers on the screen. Wait, do I have level 1 farms? And level 1 grandmas? And mines? I have level 1 of every building. They should be level 0. Level 1 is from sugar lumps, which take 24 hours to grow each. And level 1 unlocks the minigames, which are incredibly useful. Did I have this the entire time? I went back to my old footage and yes, this entire time, Kaizo gives me access to a garden, a stock market, a temple, and a spell book that can magically kill Wrinklers instantly. That would have been nice to know. Well, I now have 4 minigames unlocked. The garden lets me get plants that give me buffs like more CPS or golden cookie chance. Oh, I can start farming for the juicy queen beet again. The stock market is useless. The temple lets me worship gods that give me more golden cookie chances and purity buffs. And the wizard tower unlocks spells. Before I could check out the spells, a floating blue orb spawned. I clicked it and it ran away, giving me another wall of text to read. Basically, if I click this thing enough times, I will activate my power clicks. So now I'm going between clicking the Wrinklers before they reach the cookie, clicking the cookie to stop decay, buying upgrades, and chasing a floating ball over the screen that runs away from me. And it despawned before I could use it. Anyway, there's some new spells in Kaizo. They all do new and unique things. I'm only going to use Fatoff. Fatoff spawns a golden cookie out of thin air and it's the best spell in the game. It's the best thing French people have ever made. The orb is back. I clicked it and all of the Wrinklers just exploded. Also, I have a dragon now. He eats cat food and grandmothers. When I feed him more, his buffs will be how I get to a decillion. But first, I need more ascension levels. The more I get, the more CPS I have. So I need to start using combos. I need the naturally spawning golden cookie to give me frenzy times 7 cookies. Then use Fatoff to get another cookie that gives me times 777 cookies. Then I use 4 shiny Wrinkler Souls and using a power click, all stacking together, giving me tons of cookies. I am ready. I'm at 50% decay. Trying to do everything at once just made me stop clicking the cookie for about 4 seconds. I should have known better. Thankfully, I don't have to wipe my save this time. From now on, I can ascend whenever I want to. Well, unless I have less than 90% decay, then apparently very bad things happen. And in this run, I got 1 more point. That's plus 1% CPS. This time, I'm using a new method. It's called clicking really fucking fast. I planted 2 baker's wheat. I'd eventually mutate them into useful plants like the golden clover, but click of fatigue is so strong. Luckily, there's one thing I can do. One of the new spells, something that isn't Fatoff, Liquefy Politician. By burning an elite with acid, the whole world becomes a little bit better and purifies a lot of decay. This will save me, but it has a 15% chance to backfire and amplify my decay. But that's not gonna happen. It happened, it backfired, and I'm in click of fatigue. I think I lose now. But if that blue dog didn't give up, neither will I. I clicked as fast as I could. I got a golden cookie. I'm pure, but there's still Wrinklers. I need a power click, but it runs away so fast. I can't click it. Wait, I have an idea. I can pause the game, then unpause and click it. I deserve a Nobel Prize for discovering the pause button. The power click worked, we are so back. Then, after feeding my dragon 140 farms, he unlocked the Dragon Harvest buff. So now golden cookies have a chance at giving me 15 times more cookies. For the next 2 hours, I barely kept living through fatigue, getting the wrong buffs and madly chasing power orbs. After 3 hours and 16 minutes, I had the perfect setup. I have 4 stored shiny souls and 3 shiny Wrinklers around the cookie with full mana to cast Fatoff. It worked! No backfire. I got Dragon Harvest. I released all the souls. There's so many cookies. I don't know exactly what happened, but I got cookies and 10,000 ascension points. I ascended again and unlocked the season changer. You'll notice I stopped talking about reindeer. That's because I started playing this during December and then time moved forward, so the reindeer are gone. But with this, I can force Santa back down my chimney. I started again and gave the Wrinklers back their hat. I want to unlock some more garden plants, so I randomly planted some around the garden. I kept doubling my cookies using shiny souls, but one of the Wrinklers had hearts coming out of its mouth, and when I killed it, I got more text to read. It's called a bomber. It travels faster than other Wrinklers but has less health. If it reaches the cookie, it summons tons of other bombers, which sounds bad, but apparently I should let them reach the cookie, explode once in a while. It doesn't make logical sense why I'd want more wrinklers. It doesn't even make grammatical sense. But I think they're important for me to get to a decillion, so I let one explode. And now there's tons of low health ones everywhere. I am overwhelmed and outnumbered. I was recording my voice at— Why did you tell me to do that? 70% decay. I can't let it go below 90 or it won't let me ascend. I have to do it now. At least I grew a couple of new plants. I ascended and was about to go back in, but then I saw there's a challenge mode, Unshackled decay, where decay is even faster. See, that's what I need, more difficulty. But also there are challenges to complete. The first challenge is to get Click Frenzy within 10 minutes of a new run. If I do it, I'll get a 900% CPS boost at the beginning of all future runs. Click Frenzy can't be gotten from regular golden cookies, only from Fatoff. If you don't know what Fatoff is yet, dislike the video. I need 15 wizard towers to cast Fatoff. In 4 minutes I got the regular golden cookie that gave me Frenzy, and I'm just waiting for mana to generate. I cast Fatoff and click the cookie to get regular Frenzy. There's a 75% chance of Clicker Frenzy, so I just have to do that again until it randomly happens. Hey, this is feeling like regular cookie clicker finally. I did it again, and the first cookie gave me lucky, which doesn't help. I got Frenzy, I saved up, I got Fatoff, and it gave me Clicker Frenzy. Challenge completed. This unlocked 4 more challenges, 2 of which I had already failed before I knew they existed, because I was too slow. But this top one I can do. Get 1 quintillion cookies in this run, then survive a minute. What does survive mean? Is it possible to die in Cookie Clicker? I made it to a quadrillion cookies, but I can't get any further. I need shiny souls to double it a few times. But the decay acceleration is doubling my decay. I used my last power click. I don't want to die. Wait, I got Cookie Storm. If I click about 50 of these, I can get it. Come on! Yes, 1 quintillion. Okay, now I have to survive for 1 minute. What does that mean? I'm just gonna try to stay above 90% decay. I use shiny souls and managed to halt it, giving me a permanent upgrade for my regular runs. I am so glad I don't have to get the decillion cookies in Unshackled decay mode. I went back in, and I know that right now I'm supposed to be learning how bombers work. They are the key to a decillion cookies apparently, but I'm so offended that they ruined me last time. I'm not using them. I'm using Fatoff. I played normally to a septillion cookies. Then when I had the setup, I used Fatoff and got Clicker Frenzy. Then started worshipping Godzamot, which gives me extra CPS for every building I sell. So I sold 1,000 buildings, then clicked as fast as I could, getting me 30,000 ascension points. That isn't really enough. Do I have to use bombers? There is one other option. If I can somehow unlock the golden clover plant, I can double the speed of getting golden cookies, setting up an even bigger combo to get the decillion. To unlock the golden clover, I need guild millet. To grow guild millet, I need to combine crone rice and thumbcorn. These 2 I already have. The problem is planting crone rice costs more the more cookies per second I have, ever increasing. I can never afford them. Unless I earn a bunch of cookies, then sell all my buildings to lower my CPS. Then plant the seeds and buy back all my buildings. So I did it. I planted the crone rice. Don't plant them like this. This is wrong. Do it like this. I was in a rush and forgot how to do it. And I still went 68% into decay. After an hour, both plants will mature, and I had a chance of growing the guild millet. And it happened first try. Now I need to wait for it to mature, then collect it. But I want to keep going. What if I can use this 1 guild millet to create a golden clover? The longer I stay on this run, the more likely the decay will get over 90%. I might not survive. The good news is, I managed to breed a regular clover. The bad news is, I have 99% decay, so this isn't looking good. And then, it happened. I was recording my voice at the time. Yeah! No! I have to survive for 5 more minutes, waiting for the golden clover to mature so I can collect it. I don't know what amount of decay kills me, so I used the grandmother's powers to keep me alive. After 5 minutes, I had the golden clover seed. Wait, what's happening? Oh my god, that's a lot of decay. What? Oh, I reached infinite decay, which ascends me automatically but wipes all ascension progress from that run. I died in Cookie Clicker. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. No, actually, the worst thing was when a kid stole my cool sparkly pen when I was 8. I've never really recovered from that. But this is the second worst. Luckily, even though my ascension points are gone, I get to keep the golden clover. So I went back ready to perform the combo. I have to do the building selling trick again to plant the clovers. Then I got infinite decay and died. What? Maybe I sold too many things. I'm back, 1,000 cookies, 2,000, infinite decay, decay instantly. Have I ruined my save? No, this is just a very bugged game that's still in development. I refreshed the page and everything was fine. I managed to plant 30 golden clovers. When they mature, they'll give me double the golden cookie rate. I just tried to keep my decay stable. And this run, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, fine. Someone knocked on my door. I got up to check it and came back with infinite decay. It was food delivery. They don't work like I thought they would. This is the one. I planted the clovers and bided my time. To start the combo, all I need is Dragon Harvest. Here it is. I got lucky. Damn. That's useless, usually, but here it gave me 2 nonillion cookies. It's better than the combo. Sometimes in life, you have to lose what you hold dearest to gain what you really need, me. So I abandoned Fatoff. I upgraded my dragon by feeding it 210 time machines, unlocking new buffs. I now have a chance for a golden cookie to give me Dragon's Horde, which is essentially 20 lucky buffs in a row. I told you Dragon's Aura is the way I'll get a decillion. I just need one more golden cookie and I will get the decillion. Wait, what's that time? Oh god, it's been a week! I forgot! He's going to make it harder! I just need one golden cookie. There, I can click it! No, it's too late! What's happening? What? As promised, I've updated the game to make it harder. Now you may only play in Unshackled decay mode. Oh no, regular runs have been disabled. I now need to get a decillion cookies with way more decay. I haven't even unlocked the decillion cookies challenge yet. First I have to bake 1 octillion cookies, then survive for 1 minute 10 seconds. And before attempting that, I'll need some buffs from the other challenges. So my plan is, do the basic challenges for buffs, then do the octillion challenge, survive, then attempt the decillion challenge. First challenge I'll try is bake 1 trillion cookies with no upgrade. Beating it will make future upgrades cheaper. I started by buying an upgrade and immediately failing. So I started again. Playing without upgrades is like eating boiled chicken without any seasoning, which I do. I need the protein to get stronger fingers so I can click faster. At 1 million cookies, the decay is already 1.2 times faster. The main problem is that after 1.5 times decay, you can no longer click fast enough to stop it. So I need souls, golden cookies, and spells to stop the decay. This is very stressful. Luckily, I used all my shiny souls and doubled my cookies. That might have seemed quick, but I was recording my voice at the time, and this is what I said. Oh my god, that was awful. That was awful. Now, there are 2 more challenges I need to beat before the octillion challenge, and I think I can do them both at the same time. Bake 100 quintillion cookies without popping any wrinklers, and get a click power multiplier of at least 7,000 in the first 3 minutes of the run. If I can do that in the first 3 minutes, it should give me 100 quintillion before wrinklers start attacking the cookie. To get 7,000, I just need to combine Click Frenzy with Frenzy within 3 minutes. I started a new run, bought upgrades as fast as possible, and got the Wizard Tower so it could start producing mana. I'll need a minimum of 23 mana to cast Fatoff, and at 3 minutes, I don't have enough mana. I have to buy the Wizard Tower sooner. But then I thought, what if I don't need these challenges? What if I can go straight for the octillion? I kept going. I got to a sextillion. A lucky gave me a septillion. The decay is so strong though. I clicked my way to 600 septillion cookies. I'm so close. I just realized this whole video, I'm assuming everyone knows how numbers go. I mean, everyone learned how to count, right? The wrinklers started exploding, taking all my cookies, driving me to 99% decay. I was wrong. I need those 2 challenges. They reward me with more CPS and make me kill wrinklers faster. After a lot of practice, I managed to buy the Wizard Towers at 58 seconds. And with that, it reaches 23 mana at exactly 3 minutes and 44 seconds. This is impossible, unless I do something that everyone tells me not to do.
Do not gamble. Don't let gambling become a problem.
Gambler's Fever Dream is a spell that randomly casts another spell for half the mana, meaning this has a 1 in 10 chance of casting Fatoff and can be used right away. So I just reload my game, play the first minute through over and over until it gave me Fatoff. And it did! The cookie finally gave me lucky. Damn it. Gambling is tiring, but then I saw something. I have 4 sugar lumps. It's meant to be once every 24 hours, but I don't think Kaizo counts offline time. And I can spend 2 sugar lumps to level up my Wizard Towers. You can hear my live reaction to seeing the mana cost change. That made it worse! I kept playing, hoping something would be different, and then at 2 minutes 40, I saw that I had 24 mana? So, leveling them up increases the cost, but also increases my mana generation. I cast the spell. I got Clicker Frenzy to finally finish the challenge. You can hear my live reaction. Yes! Please, what? No. No? What do you mean? Hold up, what have I done? It didn't work. Oh hi! Clicker power multiplier refers to the buffs that directly impact click power. Frenzy does not count. Also, 7 times 777 doesn't even add to 7,000. You failed basic maths. You can hear my live reaction. I don't want to play this game anymore. But I must. I'm getting a decillion cookies. Luckily, there is one other click multiplier, Godzamok. If I get the times 777 click frenzy and then sell 909 buildings or more, they will stack to give me 7,000. I think. Cast for Toff in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then sold all my buildings, and I got it. I went on to get 100 quintillion to beat both challenges, which means it's finally time to take on the octillion challenge. Beating this will give me the power to take on the decillion challenge. Everything up to 1.5 times decay was normal. I had a quintillion cookies, but the decay is so strong that if I ever use Fatoff, it would instantly end the run. I need to use my spells to stop decay. When I reach sextillion, I pause to make a plan. I'm gonna go for the Fatoff combo. It will ruin my decay, but I only need to survive for a minute after. The combo gave me 100 septillion, which is fine if I can double it 4 times with my shiny souls. They did not double it. My CPS is just too low and it doesn't give enough. I made 400 septillion total. Though I do have some mana left, I can do one more Fatoff. Let's just get a power click first. Wait, no! I accidentally cast another spell while trying to click the power orb. Now I have no mana. I'm so close. I got Frenzy and used my last soul and I got 600 septillion, but it's not enough. Wait, what if it's not current cookies, but total? I made 400 septillion before. Total cookies baked this ascension, 1 octillion. It might count, please. 1 minute and 10 seconds later, I did it. This unlocked the final challenge. Bake 1 decillion cookies, then survive for 1 minute and 15 seconds. I thought I'd be excited for my final challenge, but this was my live reaction in this moment. I'm gonna just do it one more time and see what happens. I had no energy left, but I did want to try one more time. I managed to get the wizard tower in under 30 seconds. I remembered the effort I put through getting the golden clovers and actually used them this time. It was going well, really well. I started to believe I could win, but I'm scared of having to start again. So at this point, I did something I've never done before. I exported my save mid-run and saved it in a Google Doc, so that if I lose, I can reload this save and go from here. It's just saving the game, but in the cookie clicker community, this is known as save scumming, and it's looked down upon by me. I have called save scummers the filth of the earth. But I get it now. I kept going. I made it to 1 septillion, but clicker fatigue is lasting over a minute now. I'm running out of souls. I can't survive without more. I need more wrinklet. Wait, I need a bomber. I let one explode. Now there's tons more on my screen. The trick is to use a bunch of the souls to stabilize decay while getting more. And I filled my storages. Saved my game again. I got an octillion cookies. I am stressed. Remember my low energy a while ago? At this point, this was my live reaction. I'm so close. I kept saving every 30 seconds. I perpetually live in decay. And then Lucky gave me 20 nonillion. The decay is too much. I can't stay on this run much longer. I have to do a combo, so I calculated how much I need. Then remembered I can't do basic maths. I went for it. I sold all of my buildings to Godzamok and went for it. Wait. Oh, and I have to survive a minute. Wait, I have to survive a minute. I haven't won yet. I still have to survive. I'm already at 70% decay. If I get over 90%, it won't let me ascend and won't count. I have no souls, I have no golden cookies, and no mana. And it's clicker fatigue. If I don't stop the decay, this will be wasted. But I told you, we will use Dragon's Aura to get the decillion. And there is one aura called Earth Shatterer. Selling buildings partially halts decay. So I sold all my grandmas. You are not forgiven. And completed the challenge. Wait, this means I never used any of my saves. Save scummers are the filth of the earth. I would never